I've not done an update for a couple of weeks because I've been very busy with the Spinny World shop. There are now a lot more products in the shop, and I recommend you follow the link and go over there. I've got a whole load of really cool new model railway products printed up by some quite well established 3D printing companies. What I did manage to do this week was go to the Hyper Japan event in Manchester Convention Centre, I believe we call it now. I still think of it as GMAX. After scoping out the Itasha cars out front, the first thing I did once I got inside was make a beeline for the Bandai booth. They wouldn't sell me the statue, so I stood in line and picked up one of the limited edition models they had in stock, and this is it. This is LM314V23/24 Victory 2 Assault Buster Gundam, and it's the clear option because most of the ones they had seemed to be clear options, and also I just quite like the cool look of them all. Oh, also League Militaire Multiple Mobile Suit. So let's have a quick shuffle inside here, and then I'll show you some of the other stuff that I picked up whilst I was there. It's a packed box, so much so that it is actually bulging even before I've taken everything out and put it back together badly. So let's not go too deep into it. I'm not going to open the bags this time round, but I think one evening in the coming week I'm going to do a live stream of starting to build this, and then I've got 2 or 3 others in the backlog, and over time I think I'll just live stream them all being built, say an hour or so at a time. Mecha Mondays or some such. That's all your clear white and some not clear stuff for joints, and that looks like a weapon. Stickers for decoration rather than decals. Polycaps there. Lots of, I love the vibrancy of the red. The yellow, sort of goldy yellow, is not bad either. More, not perfectly clear, but that I think that kind of helps. And a couple of sprues of blue and another sprue of yellow. So let's see if I can put this back together so it's not bulging the way it was. And the instructions are the instructions for the non-clear version by the looks of it, because yeah, everything else apart from the plastic is going to be the same. Cool. You know what, I've managed to put it back in the box so it bulges less than when I bought it. There you go, that's my win for the day. The show was, like I said, in GMAX, big open space, lots of little sellers at their tables, and I picked up a lot of stickers. So I'm going to zoom in a little on this, and I'm going to show you what I picked up, because some of this art is really cool. So this, also a little rude, so I'll just hide her under there. This was actually these were my last ones I picked up of the day, and lots of them were based on lino prints. And one day I'll go to one of these events and be rich enough to actually pick up proper prints. But for this show, I picked up lots and lots of stickers. Where I can find them, I will stick links down below to the artists where I've remembered to pick up a business card or the like. And these are now not going to be coming out in the order that I picked them up, just in the order that they arrive in my hand. I love the Grumpy Bee there, and also God Save the Queen, and then gotta love an axolotl. Is it an axolotl? I've probably got that wrong, haven't I? Anyway, so business card for them, so you'll see a link to them down below. I love this little postcard. It reminds me a little bit of the whole Konbini experience. Message to live by. Momonoke Run, because I've just started reading Dandadan the manga, because I can't wait for the next series of Dandadan the anime, and Frieren doing the usual with a mimic. I've got to finish watching Frieren, so that's on the list of the to-do things. Weird phantom sheep creature thing. Got it from this artist, Rowan Ellis, who had a book on the table about Welsh mythical beasts and creatures, and also from her this rather lovely looking beast lizard of some form. A few loose ones. I think that's a business card. That's a business card for the person who created this. Fairies need more cocaine. I do not condone I do not condone giving fairies cocaine. Another rather cool looking mythical beast with a hints of cyberpunk to it. It's another business card, I think, yes. Little very, very small zine, sketchbook zine. Which has got QR code on the back. I'll follow that and find out who this is from and put the information down below. Love the astronaut in a field of flowers. Rather lovely. Hyper Japan it may have been, but all of these, or lots of these, have very British sensibilities to them. You got your Vimto, your fruit salads, Space Raiders. It's been an age since I had any of them. More stickers, meatballs, hot dog, and half an apple. I've got a picture frame that I'm putting all of my stickers on, or most of my stickers on. Some of these may end up on the bike. Found that I needed a picture frame with glass in it because they just wouldn't stick to the previous version, which was a painted artboard. They just peel off that. Individual sticker there, little, is that Lysol or similar type spray? And the guy who sold this to me gave me a Pokemon card. I know nothing about Pokemon, so tell me down below if that's actually any use to anybody. Is this a good beast or a bad beast? Does kind of follow on from the bee theme from earlier. And as well as the Gundam, I did pick up a couple more models and figures. So let's just quickly clear this space and get the first of those in. This is a 3D printed figure that I picked up from the creator. Hopefully it hasn't fallen apart. So there's Vivaru, I picked it up from. And I'm sure she told me the name of the character, but I have forgotten it. There we go. Isn't that cute? This is the this version has been primed, which is going to make my job of painting it so much easier. So, at some point, I'll probably just sit down, think of some suitably vivid colours for this, and paint this little character up. Ooh, bugger. Try not to drop it quite as often. Yeah, just going to put this safely up here for the moment. And the final item. I don't actually know what the final item is because it's still in its mystery box. So in here is a figure. The chances of this being a character I recognise from an anime I watch is very low because despite my Crunchyroll subscription, I'm not watching anywhere near as many anime as I'd like to. So, oh, don't need to cut it open. It's got a tear off bit across the top. So, and it is something from Naruto. Nope, I don't recognise this character at all. Gaara. Still don't know who that is. So, I'm sure that these lucky dips are a great way of getting rid of excess stock. Very well packed, at least. Like these swirling swoops of sand that he's washed up with his actions. Feel free in the comments below to tell me how dumb I am for not knowing this character and how he fits into Naruto lore, or even knowing all that much about Naruto itself. I'm not sure what this bit's meant to do. Pretty sure it doesn't go on there. Quickly going to pop this off the stand that holds it and bring it down here. So there we are. Tell me more about Naruto in the comments. Tell me whether this is a particularly good figure. I just love the idea of a lucky dip. This was my haul from Hyper Japan. I got a lot of stickers, that was the main aim. The Gundam was a bonus, and this was just a little mystery. Actually, this was the bonus. Little robot character. She'll be getting painted up at some point soon. Anyway, I can't promise I'm going to go back to a weekly schedule, but I have a couple of projects brewing. Check out the shop, see the new stuff that I've got in there, and like and subscribe, and then you'll know when the next episode goes live. And look out for the live stream that I plan to do sometime in the next week, where I build or start building the Gundam I bought at the Hyper Japan event. Until next time, have fun.